Hey, 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 Lady Justice Liberty Press, Season 7, The Revenge of the Records. Who's in?
So that way traffic doesn't come up.
Oh, you're just pulled over?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right.
Oh, we got
You two gonna have a gang huddle? A gang huddle. You don't know what a gang huddle is?
I've never heard that term.
Oh, it's when the gang members, they come and they claim parking corners and they pat each other on the butt.
Hi. Hello.
Krolczyk.
No, I've never heard of that one.
Really? Oh, wait, you are doing something here with this van?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right. So there is a call.
It's not an emergency.
It's not an emergency.
No. Like I
All
said,
right.
the lights are just on so people don't hit my call.
Today, we dig deep into our archives and find a very special conversation. Stay tuned.
The weekend comes, stick up your thumbs, cause the union's getting ample to boot.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
Get out of the car, the lights are keep them aware of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't going to interrupt you if you were doing something, so go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a different agency.
Oh, you're waiting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not writing a ticket or anything?
Nope.
Excellent. What's your name, officer?
Officer O'Brien.
O'Brien. And did I pronounce yours right? Krolczyk? Did I say it right?
Yes.
Krolczyk.
Yeah, only very few people can say it, but you did it.
Very few
That is
people.
true.
I am one of the people. That's the thing.
It's like winning a lotto ticket.
It's like winning a lotto ticket. Yeah, that's right.
It took me like a month to get his name right.
A month.
Yeah,
So we're gonna be on TV. We're famous now.
You're famous. Well, I don't know. The YouTube algorithm. It's hard to figure out.
Oh well.
Yeah, you never know what the
We've always said
masses
we
are
wanted
gonna
to be famous.
You want to be famous?
Everybody video records us, so.
They do.
Oh yeah.
Broadmoor. This is San Mateo. Broadmoor is the city.
Yeah, it's just
Oh, a district of Colma.
Game City.
Oh, because the sign just said entering Colma right there.
Yeah.
Almost about block up.
Oh, so you're not in your jurisdiction.
No, this is technically my jurisdiction.
Oh, this is Broadmoor right here.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But like right there is.
Here, I'll get out. How you folks?
Doing pretty well. Pretty good.
Well,
Yes, thank you.
y'all from around here or anything? Just passing through.
I'm from my mother.
That's good.
Yeah.
My mom always says, she brought me into the world. She could take me out of the world.
She could take you out of the world, right?
So what are you going on?
So I'm just waiting. One, it's parked in a red zone. So
Sure is,
I was
yeah.
going to write a parking ticket for it, but I'm waiting on another agency to see if the car was possibly stolen.
Oh, okay.
So it could be nothing. Could be stolen, just unreported.
It could be. Yeah. That's a common MO of parking. They leave it parked and like that.
Oh, you'll find them in random spots sometimes. Yeah.
They don't care. They're
No,
like,
they don't.
Yeah.
They got what they needed out of it,
Yeah.
brought it where they needed to go,
Yeah.
and they just dump it. And we got the BART station right here. So
Yeah. That's what they do. They put off right on that part.
yes, sir.
And they're out. Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. But hopefully you saw the plan. That was
Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting on another agency to figure it out. If contact the person who owns the car.
You have to call another agency.
Well, I called my dispatch. They called the other agency.
What agency?
San Jose for this.
San Jose. Oh, because that's where it's out of.
I believe. Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, in San Jose, they got off to a much worse start than you are here in Broadmoor.
Oh, how so?
I'll say right now, San Jose got protested big time. They just have issues,
Okay.
bad attitudes.
Oh, really?
Like when an officer won't get their name, like you guys give your name. You know what I mean? It should be no thing for an officer to give their name because they're other people. Yep. Right. And so if anybody asks you for a name, you should give it, right? But like a citizen, they don't have to. If I ask Joe Blow, citizen walking down the street, they're not working for the fact that they're.
Are you saying if you ask them?
Yeah, if you ask them too. I mean, if you ask them, it's like you're asking them to give up their Fourth Amendment right. You know what I mean? If I ask, somebody walking down the street their name, they don't have to tell me, but like they definitely don't they're not under oath. They're not getting paid by tax dollars. And when a servant won't get the name, it's like not how feel, right? I don't know. You don't know. I've been around.
Have you ever been pulled over? Have I?
Yeah, all the time.
When I was a kid, yeah, growing up. I was one of those little knuckleheads, yeah.
You know what it was, knucklehead? You're from here?
No, sir.
Oh, all right. 'Cause, I mean, this is an exciting area to drive in.
Really? You guys like Daly City?
I mean, this is a famous area, man. This is where they got cars out and stuff. Not Daly City, but San Francisco.
What do you mean Ted Park?
Testing cars, like handling the streets,
Going up and down the hills that,
Oh, like when they like get a new car off from the shop or something,
Yeah,
or from the factory.
right. Yeah.
like
I didn't know that.
come to San Francisco to drive in these hills. I mean, this isn't San Fran, but
Oh yeah.
still,
They
it's
got
quite
around San Fran.
similar.
It's close enough. Yeah, it's close enough.
Still got all these
That's
hills
like-
and everything like
I think
that.
SF's like 7 miles that way.
Yeah, but the terrain is just
Oh yeah, we got hills all over the place. So
hills and the
not like those
narrow
SF hills where
streets.
you're going like that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are so scary.
Right?
Oh,
my gosh. I feel like if I'm not doing like 2 miles an hour going down, I'm like, oh, I
yeah.
gotta like jump it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So
yeah.
Better make sure your brakes work.
that's right. Because if they don't work on that going down, oh man, that would not be a good day for anybody.
No.
So what did you used to get pulled over for?
For me, it was speeding.
Speeding.
Yeah. It was like, 16, 17-year-old kid. I got a couple tickets when I was young. So,
Yeah. And can you recall back to when the officer came to the window? Did they follow the 7-point violator standard?
7-point violate.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that one either.
or is it the 6-point?
I think it's a 7-point.
You're supposed to introduce yourself.
Okay.
It's the first thing.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to let them know the reason for the stop.
Okay.
Then third is you need to get their ID, their
Oh, like ID, registration,
yeah,
insurance.
ID registration.
Does that count as one each, or just
You can
we'll
call
count
that
those as
one total.
one total?
Yeah, get their identification, and then you need to determine. You need to run their information.
Yep.
So that's for, and then you need to determine what you're going to do, what your outcome's going to be, whether you're going to write a ticket or let them go with a warning, or a verbal warning or whatever you're going to do. And then you tell them to have a nice day, and
That's
then,
6.
and then you leave. And leaving
Does leaving count as one?
leaving counts as one because you guys never freaking leave. You can't count.
It can't count.
I'm
Well, I
not
mean,
saying
sometimes
you, I'm saying gang members in general will wear that blue uniform. They tend to wait until their stop has left.
Huh?
They don't want to leave because of like officer safety reasons.
Oh.
Could be a reason, but whatever
So
it is, you're supposed to leave immediately.
Well, you have that. So you have like the officer safety stuff. You want them to leave first. Sometimes we're still entering like our notes in the computer, like, hey, this is my traffic stop. This is what it was for.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. So sometimes we do that. I'm just taking this is what I do. So
You seem cool, but I'm just
Okay.
saying I've filmed
well, thank you.
half a
Thank you.
thousand
Appreciate
videos.
that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
At least 500, over 500 public
Okay.
videos, right?
On YouTube?
Yeah. And
What's your name on YouTube?
Well, I don't believe in names, but what I do is
Okay,
I
that's
press
fine.
on, and
That's fine.
my site's called Press On.
The YouTube tag on
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
What's
If you
Press On?
search in Press On, you'll see this beard. I have about 16,000 subscribers.
Well, what?
And this is Lady Justice.
Hi.
Hi.
Future lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Justice.
But what I'm saying is that like a lot of times the officers will sit there after the stop until everybody will not go. Right? And the
And
seventh step
everybody's
is
different.
supposed to
So
go.
yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
different.
Well, but it's not right. Like, see, you pulled them over, you gave them a ticket, it's over now. And then, you're supposed to leave because it allows them to like take a breath and pull away and not feel like they're gonna get pulled over again, like make a mistake right away in front of you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you'd think that they wouldn't make a mistake since they just got pulled over.
I mean, people.
Well, sometimes people are nervous, especially if
Oh,
that's their
yeah.
first ticket or they haven't had a ticket in a while.
Completely understand that.
Yeah.
I was the same as that when I was younger too.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's nervous when they're young and they get pulled over.
Oh yeah, I mean, even being a cop and still driving around, you look up and you see see a cop car behind you. I'll admit, yeah, I still get a little nervous. Like, oh, didn't even see it. Dang. Right.
Yeah, like where did he come from? Right?
Yeah.
You guys are slick sometimes.
Hey, sometimes we can be sneaky.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But you gotta be, you gotta catch the criminals. Yeah. The press is a lot like, I mean, we do the same thing you do. Well, I mean, we interrogate suspects, right? We just call them police officers, right? But there are suspects. The government employees are who the people press on, right? They have a right to press on the government. They don't necessarily have a right to press on local citizens. Not to press, but
What do you
can
mean?
talk to them.
So what do you mean by press?
Well, like there's a big difference. See, I can follow you down the street. I could follow you all around town, while you're working and stuff. Says, well, citizen, that's gonna start to look like harassment pretty soon.
Are you saying if I did that,
No,
or
if I did it
you
to
just like were
Joe
following me
citizen.
around?
Oh, I could follow
did
you
it to like
around as an
did it to
officer.
just somebody person?
Yeah, just
Okay,
some
okay.
citizen on
That's
the
what.
street.
Okay.
It would turn into harassment eventually if I'm following them around everywhere they're going in town, all over town.
I think
Day
so.
in, day out.
You'd have to look up the definition of
Well, if I had
harassment.
intent, I know the definition. You have to have intent to do harm, but it's going to start to look pretty creepy, right? But when you can follow around an officer like a mayor or a DA or something, everywhere they go, if they're in public and you're always in your own.
I'm in public. Yeah.
Yeah, so
all.
that's what I'm saying. It's a little different. You can press really hard on the government, but you can't press. You don't have a right. People don't have a right to press on citizens. They have a right to redress their government.
Now, are we talking like officers, or are we talking just like?
You're not one of the people. You're a servant of the people.
Okay.
Okay. People
Sorry, I'm just
have
trying to
the
keep
right.
on.
Well, people have the rights. The right of the people to assemble peaceably. The right of the people to bear arms.
Yep.
Right. The right of the people to be secure. And the people.
Bill of Rights?
Well, they're not called the Bill of Rights anymore. I mean, they were, but now they're just amendments. Right. But anyway, what
But I
I'm
get what
saying
you're
is
saying.
that
I do.
the people have the rights, and Arby's has the meats, and you're a servant of the people. Right. So a servant of the people at the same time, right? And that's because you traded your rights for duties and privileges and responsibilities and money. Money is what it was, your paycheck. Right. And whenever you have a boss, they can do things like monitor your food speech. See, you have to wear that uniform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that means you don't have rights. See, your boss can tell you what to wear, what you can and can't say. Because you don't have rights because you traded them for money. Right.
I wouldn't say money. I mean, I traded
No
for
money. Your
Trade
paycheck.
them
Though,
for
at
no.
the end of the day, really, that's the big one, right? You had to have a paycheck.
I do a job.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
that's
job,
yeah.
right? And every job is that way. Okay, whether it's 7-Eleven or a police officer, you still have to do what your boss says. And if you have a boss, you don't have rights. It's not a democracy anymore. It's not a republic. It's a dictatorship. Right? Like
Me, I wouldn't call
boss.
it. Me, I wouldn't call it that. I mean,
Oh, you're sergeant. If he gives you an order, that's an order.
well, I mean that's an order.
Yeah,
From superior.
and you don't have to follow. You're not going to go to jail necessarily if you don't follow, but you might lose your privilege, right?
I might leave my job.
Yeah,
Which is losing your privilege.
that's losing your privilege. See, so if you think you have rights and you exercise them and you find out that you're losing all kinds of privileges and you're in tears because your privileges are going bye-bye, right? That's when you find out you don't have rights. See, you only have privileges, and in order to protect those privileges, you cannot exercise your rights. If you do, you will lose your privilege. Well, you just said if you don't follow an order, you might lose your job.
Well, I mean, you could do that at any job. 7-Eleven.
At any job. Any job is the same way. It's no different, except that at 7-Eleven, you get off work and you're not under oath. You get off work and you're still under oath.
Yep.
Right. So the difference is called you are a person and they are in their person. You see, they're in
Who's in there first?
at
Are we talking the
7-Eleven.
boss?
At 7-Eleven,
7-Eleven, they're in their
they're
person.
in public service. You are a public servant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, there's a difference. They're in their person and you are a person.
Okay.
Like, persons
I think
don't
I'm
have
track. I think I'm
rights.
track.
Right,
Trying to
well,
keep up.
I'm just going by the Constitution. The Constitution says people have the rights, right? And persons don't have rights. They have privileges.
Okay.
Like due process is a privilege.
Yeah.
You get your due, you get processed. It's really a punishment. It's no fun. I don't recommend it for anyone, right?
Okay.
But from your perspective, you're controlling the narrative, right? When you write a ticket and your police report, you're controlling the narrative in the court of law.
But I mean, I kind of don't get it what you're saying there. I mean,
Well, like,
I write a
you're the one who
report of
writes
what
the
happened.
report, so that's the first thing the DA sees. That's the first thing the judge is going to see.
Mhm.
Like, you're starting it off, right?
Yeah.
So, like, in the court of public opinion, you see, we're holding the cameras, right? We control the narrative in the court of public opinion.
Yes.
The people have
get
the
that.
court of public opinion, whereas the government has the court of law, and they're different,
Okay.
right? Like in the
I
court of
think I'm
law,
tracking. Yeah.
yeah, in the court of law, there's due process,
Yes.
and
there
that's
is.
where you get your due. Okay, and when you get your due, what's due you, right? It's never fun. Okay, it's always privilege.
So are you saying like once you start going through the court, then like once you get like arrested and like tried or
Well,
convicted?
that's one
that
way
what
to
we're
get
saying?
your due, or you could be trying to sue someone civilly.
Okay.
Right. And so you're trying to get your due process, right? You were wronged and you want to be made whole. Right.
Oh, like somebody spilled a cup of coffee on you, and then you
Sure.
sue them.
Sure. Or
Right,
they
Like
right,
that.
like
exactly.
that
or
big,
they
like 10
stole
years
your
ago.
car or
Yeah.
whatever they did, right?
Uh-huh.
And so you sue them civilly and you're
Okay.
trying to get your due.
Okay.
But in reality, all you do is get dragged through the processor and it takes forever and it's all kinds of hoops and you're constantly opting to relive it and feel like a victim instead of just pressing on, which is what the people do. The people just press on and they can't go in their person and go back and make complaints.
I
See?
think I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. So we're saying along lines like, let's just say you spilled a cup of coffee on her. She's gonna sue you civilly, saying you guys didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Right.
So what we're saying is we're saying that, and then we're saying, so you go from that. But so instead of just saying, oh, hey, sorry, I spilled a cup of coffee on you. Okay, go your separate ways. You're saying that if she sues you, is that
When
what
she
we're
sues me, she's trying to get due process.
Okay.
Yeah, she's asking
I'm trying to be made
permission.
whole.
She's asking
I get it.
permission
I
though
get it.
from the government to
Uh-huh.
solve her squabble. Right?
Okay.
If she was suing me, she
Uh-huh.
would be asking permission.
Yes.
Yeah, and in order for it to be a right, you don't have to ask permission for rights. So
So that's a
clearly, due
privilege.
process is not a
Okay.
right. It's
That's a
obviously a
privilege.
privilege because you have to ask the government in order to accept your case. I mean, they can dismiss your case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she
The
sues
court
me,
could
the judge
court
could be
could
like,
dismiss it. Yeah.
Right.
dismiss right away.
Right.
And that's the same with
Right.
our cases.
The
Court
same-
could
the same way.
dismiss it if they wanted.
Yeah, but you're asking the DA to file charges.
But
You
we asked
can't
them to
file
consider charges.
Yeah,
So-
they have to decide. You don't actually file charges. They file charges.
Yet.
Yeah.
We don't file it. We just write a report of what happened.
Yeah.
So like, the incident of whatever happened, write the report, submit it, and it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you see what I'm getting at here is that if you're asking permission, it's not a right.
I kind of get it.
Right.
Like I
but
said,
it's
I'm trying to keep up.
it's commonly referred to as a right, right? Like everybody has the right to due process. You hear that said all the time.
I've
right?
heard that. Yeah.
But it's not really a right.
It's a privilege.
We're talking about the true meaning of a right. Rights don't require permission to exercise them.
So,
And so
like,
you have to ask the government.
rights
permission.
for like you have the right
Press,
to freedom of the
Assembly,
press, freedom of free speech, and all that.
religion, bear arms.
Yeah.
Right.
To a Second Amendment and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. The people don't have to ask permission to do any of those.
Well, I mean, part of the Bill of Rights or the Constitution or the amendments. How you saying? Then yeah, that's true.
Well,
Old school terms
amendments
are all-
don't mean rights, though. See, only 3 of the amendments are talking about rights.
Which ones?
Well, the first, the second, and the fourth. The 6th Amendment does say the word right. It says that the accused has the right to a speedy trial. The
Okay.
accused.
Huh?
Okay, that's another word. That's another character. So we have people,
Mhm.
we have persons, we have citizens,
Mhm.
and now we have the accused.
Mhm.
And then there's something else called
Others.
Yeah,
Mhm.
others.
Down.
All other persons shall be counted as 3/5.
Are you talking about like the old school one,
talking
from, like
about
down the
slaves.
south? Yeah.
No, the slave clause in the Constitution says all other persons shall be counted as 3/5.
Oh yeah, that's way old school. I mean,
Yeah, it's
that's
way old school. It's still true.
Still in the
It's just for the
Constitution.
purpose of it's still true. Like it's true. The meaning of what person meant.
hold on, give
in
me one
that
second.
sentence.
Turn my headlights off.
Yeah. We got to be clear. We're talking about what person mean and
Right.
people mean.
Right. And that can get
Yeah.
confusing.
I
It
got to
really can.
clarify here because we're not talking about the slave clause. Like we don't have slaves. Okay. But what we,
Well, I hope not.
right. But what's important about that sentence is because they use the word person and they use the word other. Right. And so persons, they were talking about slaves.
Mhm.
Right. And when they use the word persons to talk about slaves, they're saying that slaves are persons. And clearly slaves didn't have rights.
I mean, back then, yeah. I mean,
They
if you look
didn't.
at the history of it, yeah.
They didn't have rights. So clearly persons did not have rights. People had rights. Slaves were not people. They were persons. And that's why they didn't have rights.
I
And
mean,
the 14th
yeah,
Amendment.
That's also from the 1700s, though.
Yes, but the 14th Amendment fixed it. Right, kind of. But
Sort of.
what the 14th Amendment did was it said that no citizen shall be denied or deprived any privileges or immunities without due process. So there's a qualifier and it clearly says that there are privileges and immunities, right? So they were extending the Fifth Amendment to the states
Mhm.
because the states were the one doing slavery.
Okay.
Not the feds. Right.
Not the what?
Not the feds.
Oh, not the feds, the state.
Right. In the federal
Now,
court.
are we still talking about like back in like 1700s?
Well, there were slaves like at the White House, like George Washington had slaves. I don't want to veer too far, though.
No, I'm
Because
just
we're
trying to
try-
get the reference of where we're
Well-
talking about. That's all.
Well, the Constitution applies to the federal government first and foremost,
Okay.
right? And the courts have ruled that, the First Amendment applies to the states and the Second Amendment applies to the states and the Fourth Amendment applies to the states.
Okay.
But the Fifth Amendment doesn't apply to the states. But the 14th Amendment does apply to the states and it made the Fifth Amendment apply. So the Fifth Amendment is already saying that all persons need due process,
Okay.
but it doesn't apply in a state court. So that's why slavery was okay. See, slaves, they couldn't even sue. Like even if they were freed, right? The Dred Scott case, right?
That's old. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have standing
Yeah.
because they were just a person.
Yeah. Back in the 1700s. Yeah.
Yeah, because persons didn't have standing in state courts.
Per the Constitution.
Persons.
Yeah.
People have standing, right? But persons didn't have standing guaranteed to the states, right?
But then
the
what?
14th
But then what about
Amendment-
the ones that freed themselves in the North?
Well, in those states, yes, but the fugitive slave clause, the fugitive slave law, made it illegal to harbor a slave. And even if it was an escaped slave went over into a free state, they had to return it. And
Around
they
the
got
Civil
no
War, they
due
didn't do that.
process.
Around the Civil War time, they didn't do that.
Well, some states were, some weren't. It was selective. It depends on who the law is around there.
I guess
What-
that just depends on the state. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on whether they get caught. Like, if they go through the system, it's kind of like the battle of immigration, right? Like, whether you guys turn anybody over to ICE, which you don't, right? In California,
I don't. It just depends.
you don't even ask what
Yeah.
somebody's status is, right? No, you can't. The courts ruled in California, you can't do it. The Ninth Circuit said no more of that. And you guys aren't allowed to tell Border Patrol, like when you release somebody from jail, if they're wanted if they're illegal, they don't tell them. They won't tell the feds. They won't cooperate with the feds in California, right?
Because that's the jail. So I don't work the jail. So
Well, it's not about the jail. It's about it could be.
I get what you mean. Though. Yeah, I
The
completely understand.
Circuit Court of Appeal said they can't do it.
Okay.
Right. And that's why. In California, they won't do it. They don't want to do it anyway because of politics, but they can't do it.
Okay.
Right. Anymore. And so, I mean, you don't ask, right? Like what country they're from or like if they're a citizen,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with it. You don't report to ICE. Like you don't let somebody know, oh, you've never done that. Right. Right. That's, you can't do it. And
That's in my policies.
yeah, and you're not being told to do it because it's been in your policies a long time. I mean, this is a sanctuary area, they're called, I guess.
Back sounds just a little mad.
Yeah. But we wonder, conversations, you got to float around and just go where it goes.
It's always good to have conversations with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you like to eat around here, O'Brien?
I bring my own food.
You bring your own food?
Trying to lose weight.
You trying to lose weight?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, all these know if you have any foot chases ever, you're like,
Heaven forbid. Fully loaded.
I haven't been in a foot chase.
ever.
I have not. No, actually never.
Never.
Been a cop 2 years and never been in a foot chase.
So you're just cool, calm, and collected when we follow him in your car.
I've never
You've
had somebody
chases, right?
like, are we talking vehicle?
I mean, people do try and get away from you, right? Or
Not
no?
really.
No? Yeah. All right, then. That's good.
That is
They're
good.
pulling over.
They're pulling over.
You make a lot of traffic stuff?
I mean, I try.
Yeah. You try to.
Yeah, I mean, people are blowing stop signs or something right front. Doesn't mean I'm gonna ride a ticket.
Oh, but I mean, do you like set up and run traffic?
Like, what do you mean?
Like where you're sitting posted waiting, like with your speed gun or whatever, like you're,
I don't have a speed gun.
you don't use a speed gun.
I do not.
You don't have a radar? What kind of town is this? You guys really aren't trying to
My
extort
car
from
has
the
it.
citizens
So
or
my
what?
vehicle has it,
Okay, that's
but
what I'm saying.
I haven't taken the class on, so I can't. I'm not trained on it.
Oh,
that
it's all about that training. Yeah. You
With
haven't
anything.
taken the class. Yeah. So, yeah, those classes though, everybody passes. Let's go to them as a group.
Actually,
and, like,
that's not true. I've had friends who failed.
failed those little certifications.
Yep.
Well,
I've never heard of this
officer.
before.
My experience as a firefighter, though, in another life, whenever we would go to those like 1-day trainings or
Yeah, like
whatever,
the first aid CPR, like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
they're endless, right? And
Yeah.
you can go on them and you get per diem, and if you go out of town or whatever, you get a motel. And, they're fun, and there's bad fundings or firefighters have all those, but
Married.
yeah. But you know what I'm talking about, right? They're
But
a
I
lot
do
of fun,
understand, yeah.
and they're like vacations. But all the ones I went to were just group setting, and like it was they give instruction, but then you take the test as a group, kind of, and like everybody just discussed the answers.
Oh.
And even if you had the wrong answer, it was more important that you had the same answer as everybody in the group, which is bad for training. I mean, that's just not how people learn, right? Like, if the whole group's wrong and one of them's right,
One person's right. How are you going to know which one's right?
yeah, but
Right.
they're not though. See, because you're not working with the group, and like if you're on a scene with 20 or 30 guys, right? Well, you can't be like, no, all of you are doing the wrong thing.
You're all wrong. This
Yeah,
is
you're
what's
all
fine.
wrong.
And then everybody looks at you like, what? Where's this from? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't work, right? In groups, you know what I mean? That one smart guy that's like always knows everything.
One
doesn't
smart
fit
guy
in
gets
with the
A's on
group.
everything. Yeah, knows all of it.
Doesn't fit in with the group. And is a loner, that guy. That guy's the road.
I got it right. And everybody else
He needs
knows.
his partner and, goes out by himself and just isn't the team player, right? That's what big companies want. Big police department is a company, company of officers. Right.
You get it?
Yeah. So they need team players, not the smart guys.
Well, yeah, I think you need a mix of both. You need you guys that know their book smarts, know their street smarts. It all depends on how you guys work together, though.
Well, I'm trying to remember the court case that it was, but the Supreme Court said that the police department was allowed to discriminate against smart people and not hire them.
I had never heard that.
Yes, they are
Yep.
allowed because they did it. They still do it. They don't like smart people.
I mean, I know
They
a bunch
want
of
group
officers who are a
players.
lot smarter than I am. So
Well, I'm not saying they don't fit in, but it's really hard because they like the ones that are just right here, like with the group. As a general idea, right? When you're on a big department, you don't want those outliers, those roads. You
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying? Like a Walmart or a McDonald's, they do the same thing. You go in there and apply for Walmart, and they give you these questions, like 100 questions, right? And they're multiple choice. Like, do you strongly disagree? Do you slightly disagree?
yeah.
Do you
Seen those.
disagree?
Yeah.
And if you mark anything in the middle, you don't get any points. If you mark far to the left or far to the right, you get a point. All
I've
they
actually
care
heard that.
about,
Yeah.
all they care about
When I
is
was a teenager,
strong
what?
emotion. So if they, in one of the questions, will be like, So if a black person walks in and you don't like black people, you might yell at them and it says strongly agree, slightly agree, or disagree, or strongly disagree.
And then
if
there's
you
a neutral one. Neutral.
but if you put strongly agree, like I'm going to yell at them because they're black, that's a strong emotion, and that's a point.
Was that a point for or against?
Either way, if they don't
I was gonna say,
care.
because I've heard it can go either way. Just
No,
depends.
it doesn't. They're just a point. It's a strong emotion if you're on the left or the right.
Okay, I get it.
And it's like
Because
what
I
the
remember
hell?
taking up like applying for jobs when I was a kid, you know, or like teenager and stuff.
Yeah, me too. And I never got those jobs because I like thought about it and I'd put the answer that like made most sense.
Yeah.
But all they're looking for is left or right. That's all they want. No brains. Like don't think about it at all.
I don't know.
I mean, that's McDonald's. I'm not saying every department. How many guys do you have on the department here?
My department?
Yeah.
15?
15.
15.
Oh, small. You're a dinky little department. I'd never even heard of this thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Every time we tell people, hey, we're from Broadmoor, they're like, oh, that's cool. But they have no idea where it's at. So
No idea. Well, it's at the Westlake. This is the Westlake part?
no, Westlake's other side.
Okay, so this one's called
This is Colma Bar.
Colma Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Colma. So like right above you.
Right here.
Right
Right here.
Oh, yeah. Colma City Limit. We're standing at it. It's
Yeah.
the Broadmoor Police Department. San Jose's taking their sweet time.
They're bigger, so they're a lot busier. So
Yeah.
they have a lot worse attitudes down there too. For sure. I don't know. I actually do not know a single San Jose officer.
Oh,
So,
yeah?
So I don't know.
We don't either. They wouldn't tell us their names.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens.
No, it's not just about that. We like conversation.
I love
Yeah.
talking to people.
Saying, yeah, communication is the key.
Communication's key to everything.
Yeah, and I mean, when we come up and officers just scatter, it's like, what's going on?
Right.
That's what we're thinking right away. You know,
Mhm.
like
Exactly.
if you roll up and there's a crowd of 5 kids standing there, and you roll up and they all run in different directions, what are you gonna think?
What are they up to? They're hiding
mean, it just
something.
depends.
Stop them. It's not a crime just on that.
Oh yeah, no.
Running alone is not enough to want to stop. But
Yeah,
if there was
just-
more, but still, it's gonna be like, oh, they're up to something, right? You know, you were.
I mean, are we talking like little kids?
No, I'm
or-
talking about teenagers. Like, you know, there's 5 teenagers, and then they all bolt in different directions when you come
Well, like-
around the corner.
Like I said, it depends.
gonna look
Depends on the
suspicious, though,
circumstance.
right?
Was I called? Was there a call there? Did somebody call? Like saying, hey, there's people we don't know what they're doing. Things like that.
I'm just saying it's gonna, you know, it's
It just looks
suspicious, right?
suspicious.
It might not be enough to pull them over for or anything. But like I'm talking about when police officers do that, it's double suspicion,
Yeah.
right? Because
No.
police officers should be
We're too small.
approachable
We
like
don't,
you
we don't
were.
see it.
Well, I walked right up to you. You immediately greeted me. You were polite, and you know, you
Tried to-
didn't run away. You got out. You came over here. You have a good attitude. You're facing us. You know, you're not crossed. You're not holding your. I mean, a lot of officers, you know, cross their arms.
My hands are cold.
Right.
That's why they go in here.
Yeah. No,
So-
so I'm just saying, like, you know, the attitude is so important, right?
Yeah.
Attitude. I think your partner is about to give up on this one.
Well, we can't wait all night for it. So San
That's
Jose
true.
might come back.
But
so.
obviously, you can wait a long time.
Well, I mean, right now I'm talking to y'all. So,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're both,
Appreciate that.
and I'm pretty sure there's a fireworks going off over there. So,
Yeah, you're not going to
Yeah.
see this video for a long time because
Why not?
the wheels of justice turn slow. It's just like the court of law.
okay.
But it'll be in like 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, closer to Christmas.
What was it again?
My channel's called Press On, but
Press on. That's
yeah.
what it was.
I'm
Okay.
one of the people. But that's what I do by Press On.
Oh, so you're not the only one that's on.
No, I'm the only one, but
That
I'm
films
saying
it?
it's an action, not a name. Press On
No, yeah.
to press
It's your title,
is something I do, right? Like right now, I'm pressing.
Yeah.
I'm pressing on forward.
Okay.
Pressing on my government, and I'm pressing down on the sidewalk on the public property. So it's an action. It's not a name, right?
Is that your, like,
That's
so
It's
when I
the
go to
name-
search
it's the
YouTube, right?
name of the site,
Search
though.
Press
Yeah.
On. Okay.
If you search Press On, you'll see my beard.
See the beer?
Yeah.
Wear those glasses though in all of them too?
I do. You'll see the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Love the old school ABs.
Yeah. We're trying to find them with the white frames.
Ooh,
The match white.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be really tight.
white frames would be nice.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
hard to
That's
find.
rare though.
Very.
I don't think I've ever seen a white pair.
I've seen them on Miami Beach and South Beach, but you can get them on the internet. Luckily, the
Oh.
World Wide Web.
Hey,
Yeah.
probably get anything.
Like $14.
Yeah, yeah.
$14 for the
Yeah.
white frame?
Yeah, yeah.
What are they? The real ones? Or are they like
Yeah,
knockoff?
they're aviators, just like these. Yeah.
Are those like Ray-Bans? Or are they
No, these are just your cheap $12 off
Oh.
the shelf.
like the ones you get from like Walmart?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
or any gas station.
Hey.
And well, any gas station worth their salt. They don't all have
That's true.
aviators.
That's true.
You know?
Some of them have those like little cheap ones, and then like
Yeah.
they have the cheap readers. And all
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what are you gonna do?
that's true. If you do find those white ones, that would be really cool. I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. It'll happen.
It will.
I mean, since we've been wearing white, I've noticed. I don't know. It gets a better reaction. I think white's
Wearing
just is just a happier color. It's like a lighter color. Like, yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying. in
what did you
general.
used to wear?
Oh, anything. I'm just saying, like, but always wearing white. Like we wear white every day, just like this, right?
Yeah.
And since we've been doing that, I've noticed the definite difference. Like as we walk up, like they're like, "Oh, the good guys are here right away." White, right? This is like that feeling. I don't know. Like white invokes pure, clean. You know.
I just like I said, I like conversation, so I chose y'all first. They want to talk. I'll sit
Yeah.
here and talk.
Yeah. Yeah. But not everybody's like that. And you weren't on a traffic stop either.
I got it. I got a call.
Okay.
Oh, is it a crime?
No.
Oh, you got
Probably
a call
for
for
this.
this. Okay. Oh, a call on your actual phone. Not like nobody saying Adam Henry times two.
Not many times too. I never heard that one either.
This guy's really a good cop, and he doesn't
Hey,
even
so
know
he's
what
awesome.
Adam Henry is.
I think you laughed at.
Every cop knows what Adam Henry is.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Stop pressing it.
Oh wow, yeah, no, didn't even notice that. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. Well, all right then. That makes sense for parts. So. Yeah, you can go ahead and cut it off, with it. We're good. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. All right. Appreciate it. All righty. Well, I have to go, unfortunately.
Very nice
So
meeting you.
nice meeting you too, sir.
Yeah.
Lady Justice, I know you're holding both cameras. I'd shake your hand, but
Yeah.
we're holding cameras, all right? Oh, dropping some.
Yeah. But you got another call, or what's the outcome here?
The lady is supposed to call.
So
it's
you're not going to
stolen.
write a ticket?
No. Actually, I am going to write a parking ticket because it is parked in a red zone. So
So you are going to do that.
yeah,
All right.
so just going to do that, and then we'll figure it out after that. So
Alrighty.
alrighty, pay your
Yeah.
car right there, folks.
Yeah, and we're going to leave.
Oh
Yeah.
Right.
You guys have a
Just
good
parked
night?
there to film you, but
No, I figured. I kind of saw it, and I put two and two together.
yeah,
Started off, so.
yeah. There's, I mean, you go over there, I'm like, you can't park at the bar station.
And the
You have
parking
to
lot's
pay,
like right
right?
up there, but it's kind of small. So
Don't you have to pay
what do you mean?
to
To
park?
park there?
Is there free
If you
parking up
park
there?
inside the parking garage there, you have to pay for that because you have to have a little permit on your.
Yeah,
No.
but there's a little free parking lot.
Yeah. So actually,
Oh.
it's like if you went up and if
Yeah.
you turn right there
Yeah.
and went right around there, the parking lot's right there.
Oh,
Okay.
All
I
right.
thought you had to pay to be in there.
Pretty sure out there you don't have to pay. If you go on the inside,
Then you
that's
have
where
to
you have
pay.
to pay.
Well,
Do
thank
know how
you.
late the bar runs?
I think the BART itself closes at, I want to say midnight, 1:00, but the buses runs all night.
All night.
So yeah,
Okay.
and then they open back up at like 5.
So the station opens up about 4 or 5.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
It's always a little different every now and then. So
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, you folks
Well,
have a
thank
good
you.
rest of your
We're
day.
gonna
You
Get,
too.
get to where you're going safely. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Have a good
Alrighty.
night.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Press on. Press harder. Press now. And shine the light of liberty. Be right.
On the court of public opinion,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Have you heard the word? ThePoliceRecord.com/invite/LJLP. Get you some discountage over there at thepolicerecord.com. Hope to see you there.
We're out on the road, Lady Justice by your side. With the Constitution as our compass, we're along for the ride. In our constitutional cruiser, we set out to be free. From sea to shining sea, come along and see. Oh, who's in? Pack your bags, let's go. With our Liberty friends and family, across the land we'll show. From the good to the bad, we'll reveal it all. Standing strong on the first, we'll answer the call. Education is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Together we rise in our finest hour. We've met so many souls, so fabulous and true. Through sponsors, friends, and partnerships we grew. With the lens on the light, the dark can't hide. Public servants and employees, be transparent, no lies. Oh, who's in? Pack your bags, let's go. With the Liberty friends and family, across the land we'll show. From the good to the bad, we'll reveal it all. Standing strong on the first, we'll answer the call. Education is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Together we rise in our finest hour. We reach for the stars, they're closer than they seem. With hearts and minds open, we live the dream. Lady Justice by our side, taking each mile. For truth and for honor, we'll stay here a while. So come on, let's travel with courage and grace. From town to town, every face to face, we'll highlight the good and call out the wrong. On this endless adventure, we carry on strong. Hosted for freedom, for truth and the fight. Join us now, come share in the